Good morning, Carbon School District. Today is May the 4th, 2020. This is Superintendent Hatch. It is school dismissal day 31, and things will look a little bit different today and with the students and with our focus. So wanted to share with you uh, a review of some of that. Just a reminder that we, all of us, are public servants. A public servant is just an individual who works for the state, who is ultimately our main employer, and whose main duty is to associated with the welfare of the public and society. Definitely fits us in our role. We are dedicated to the welfare of the children, the youth of our society. A public servant also provides a service to citizens which, through social consensus, is determined should be available to all, regardless of income. I find this to be a most noble endeavor. Uh, Coming from a background where we had limited resources growing up, I will be forever grateful that there was such a thing as public education, that regardless of income, we are all able to be educated. What a wonderful thing to be a part of, to be a public servant. We fit that definition. The question is, how do we fill that role? How do we serve our public at this time when we have this crisis? Well, we can start out with food. According to CNN, 30 million Americans have filed for unemployment claims since mid-March. That is astounding. There's definitely been a local impact in this area as well. Children are receiving meals from us, and this is a great benefit to not just the children but the families. It eases the burdens, it makes their resources last longer, and it provides that basic need of nourishment so that maybe some energy and focus can be placed in other areas of life. Elementary students, we're expecting to do an activity that was designed and put together by our IGP specialists who are trained in Y-Tri. I'd like to show you what that will look like. The students this morning will be directed to their school websites. If the student is a Wellington Elementary student, we would expect that they would come to this website and click on the very first link that you see here, May Learning Activities. Now this link is on all of the schools' websites. Once they go here, they will see the lesson for each of the days that we have planned. So they will go to Monday, May 4th, and they'll be reminded first that, we're expecting them to read for approximately 60 minutes each day. That's probably going to be the most important thing they could do, and also work on math facts as they can find on their school websites as well. There's a video here that the students can watch. Within the video, they'll be pausing at different points to do different tasks that are being directed to them. And then there's a document here with some resources as well. So that's how that's going to work for elementary students. Now, secondary students are going to be very similar. We expect all students to be able to go to their school's website. For example, this is Mont Harmon's website, and here you can see it says click here for May student activities. Once the students click there, it's going to look a little bit different at each of the secondary schools, but at Mont Harmon, this is what it looks like, and it says May 4th. The focus today is math, and they can click here for the activities. really appreciate the work that's gone into this. There's a video as well as some um, directions, and just as I've looked through, some great work has been done by everybody to put these together. Now the priorities for May really haven't shifted too much uh, from before. We need meaningful activities for the students. The activities need to keep them, occupied and focused and learning, hopefully now in a slightly different way. We also need educators to connect with students, make sure that they know somebody cares about them. Those are the two priorities that we've had from the very beginning. One additional priority is to be creative. Any other creative ways that we can find for students to interact with you and with each other would be definitely appreciated and encouraged. Looking toward the future, we do expect a lot of collaboration to happen for the next 3 weeks. All products are better after collaboration. Collaboration just helps everything to be better. Uh, there are some things that we need to collaborate about. We are going to have some major gaps no matter how we look at it, whether you're a secondary math teacher or a kindergarten teacher or a first grade teacher. Um, there are going to be gaps. So we need to plan for filling those gaps. We need to figure out how we're going to assess exactly what we want to assess, what should have been mastered during this fourth quarter that most likely was not. Uh, and then we need a plan for how we're going to address that. We have work in the carbon growth cycle, continuing to finalize essential standards, make sure that we have mental models for those, and then rubrics or checklists that match up with the mental models. That work can continue on. Also a reflection on this year's improvement plan. The school had goals and a plan this year. Um, and we need to reflect on that. How far did we get? What's still left to do? And each PLC also had goals and a plan. And it's important that we take some time to reflect on that plan, learn what we can from this year, celebrate the successes that we have had, and identify potential focuses for next year. May the 4th be with you. Here's some wisdom from the stars. Qui-Gon said, always remember your focus determines your reality. Great wisdom there. And the ever-wise Yoda, you want to know the difference between a master and a beginner. The master has failed more times than the beginner has ever tried. And then, of course, Han Solo, never tell me the odds. So again, may the 4th be with you. Have a great day.